All right, this is Charles Tyler back at the Charles Tyler Show, back on YouTube after a 3-month hiatus. Yeah, I know. I've been getting all the emails and everybody's been telling me what happened, where I've been at and everything like that, what I'm doing, when I'm going to come out with the next video and everything like that. And I just wanted to set back because we got the beach party coming up in November next month. And there was a lot of things I had to get done because I'm going to be in Brazil for the rest of the year. And I needed to get a lot of things straightened out up here, my personal life, financial life, and everything else. And I wanted to make sure everything is cool. So when I go down there, one, I can make sure I can still bring you the show, the videos. There's going to be a lot of videos coming from Brazil. I'm going to try to make it more high quality, more professional here at the Black Man's Option, keep things rolling. All right. And I'm going to be going all over the country. I'm going to try my best, at least. Go all over the country, not just stay in Rio. We may go to Belo Horizonte. We may go to Cabo Grande, which is still in Rio State. And we also may go to Salvatore Bahia. These are all the plans. So I had to take some time out, get that paper together. Remember, I told y'all, get this money together and make the money follow you, not you follow it. Which brings me to tonight's topic. We got an array of topics. Okay, I also have my brother from down under, my man Teddy Doyle, coming in from the other side of the world right now. It is about what time over there in Australia right now, Teddy?
It's 11:22 a.m. in the morning.
11:22 a.m. and right now here in Philadelphia, PA, it is about 8:45. So yeah, we definitely got on the other side of the world here, 8:45 p.m. Excuse me. I wanted to talk tonight about the financial situation and how the political situation can affect brothers who travel. Okay, because a lot of brothers out here who don't understand how things work. There's a lot of brothers out here who don't know the history of the candidates. Okay, a lot of young brothers. Because see, I've seen the memes on Facebook. I'm a guy that doesn't like to type, just so y'all know. I like to talk. That's why I got the YouTube channel, Facebook, okay, and also my Blog Talk Radio, which will be back on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're still working on switching our time frames back to Wednesday so we can avoid Thursday night football. But in the meanwhile, I want to talk about the financial situations about brothers who travel. Okay, now brothers who travel know what I'm talking about. All right. I say that the passport is the key to you escaping Matrix USA. Passport is the way you can get around the world and see things. But at the same time, your money has got to follow you and not you follow your money. Now, people like me who I don't work a job, I'm self-employed, okay, and I make money when I want to. I travel when I want to. All right. And I make money online. So it follows me everywhere. As long as I got a debit card in my hand, I'm straight. Okay. Or a credit card, I'm straight. But at the same time, if my US dollar is not strong, my spending power is not strong, okay, and it's hard for me to travel. Not to mention, fuel prices go up if the U.S. dollar is strong. U.S. dollar is not strong, rather. Excuse me. Fuel prices go up, and fuel prices go up. Guess what else goes up? Ticket prices. So therefore, you can't travel. Now, you probably might ask, well, what's that have to do with political policy and what's going on between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump? Okay, well, there's a lot. Okay, I try to explain this to a lot of these young guys on Facebook and everything like that, especially the guys who put up their profile picture with a passport. Because if they really actually used that passport, they would know that the US dollar is the number one thing that fuels that passport. And they would be rooting on a candidate that's going to that said it and is going to destroy the US dollar. Okay, and won't have a replacement for it. Of course, he's going to collect all his US dollars. Okay. Trump is extremely bad for travelers in so many aspects. Starting off with the value of the US dollar. Okay? This is a guy who has bankrupted a whole football league back in the 80s. Anything he touches, it ain't outside a scam or, Trump University and all this other crap bullshit. All right? Anything outside of his father's businesses, or when he's scamming people out of money, everybody else loses money and he gains money. This presidential run is none different. All right. Trump said back in 1997, I hope y'all look this up, that they asked him if he ever were to, when he was a Democrat, if he ever were to run for president, who would he run at? What party would he be on? Democrat, Independent, or Republican? Surprisingly, he said, I'm going to be a Republican. And they asked him, well, what, a Republican? Why? Because you're a Democrat. Well, he said that Republicans will believe anything I tell them, where Democrats would see right through my bullshit. He didn't say that in so many words, but they would see. So, when I completely understood what he was saying, what he was saying. Okay. Because look at what's going on. All those rednecks down there in the South are believing anything this man. In fact, one woman even went as far as calling him a god. He's our savior. Really? Really? These are people who are very ignorant to Trump's history. Okay? And they're basing their decisions on feelings. They hate Obama. This Trump surge is an Obama backlash. Okay. Even though this president has gotten the US dollar up to a very strong point to where a lot of us last year, Teddy, how much was you even though you're on the Australian dollar, but I'm not sure how does your currency work, man?
The currency of the Australian dollar to the Brazilian reais, it was sort of like last year at the beach party, it was close to like 2.50.
Okay.
So it's similar to the American dollar.
Well, this American dollar last year, but let me tell you something. The American dollar last year around that beach party went up to as high as 425 reais. It went up there. By the time we had the beach party, it kind of dipped down to about 390 reais. So the US dollar shot.
Yep. Okay. The Australian, I actually saw some Australian dollars go through through the foreign exchange and the American dollars.
Yeah.
Euros. Yeah. So that American dollar was like, it's the pinnacle point of exchanging your money for, get value for, when you travel overseas.
Now, when you travel
go ahead. Everybody's focused on that American dollar.
Yeah, now when you travel to countries like Brazil, countries like the DR, countries like Mexico, all right, where you got in this case, the peso between the DR and Mexico and Colombia, all right, now you're looking at 40 to 100 pesos for every $1 US dollar, okay, all right. It varies because it's been shooting up because we had a strong dollar. It was not like that in 2009. When I first hit Brazil in 2010, all right, the US dollar was $1.23 reais. So you might as well say nothing. I had no spending power. All right. But when President Obama first came in and he was a fiscal responsible president, he slowly built the US dollar back up. Every year I've seen at least a 25 to 50, maybe even 75% increase in the US dollar in Brazil. All right. And therefore all other countries, because these other countries, your spending power is even more, especially over in Thailand, especially over in the Philippines. Okay. So imagine if you got a very strong U.S. dollar, what you can do financially, what you can do to keep yourself abroad. I keep telling brothers, okay, well, Hillary Clinton is going to come in and she's going to go and make this country feminism. They can help you. The country's already feminist. And that boat done sailed a long time ago. All right? Well, shut Obama. He got let a bunch of homosexuals take over. You know why? The homosexuals shot right past the black man in America. It's because we do not vote in midterm elections. Why? Our excuses are we don't vote, voting doesn't work. The white man wants you to believe that. So you don't vote in the midterm elections. So you can have a Ferguson style where the city is 80% black, but yet they got an all white Republican Congress, city council and everything like, and a white police chief who's happen to be a racist. Okay. So when the next black man gets shot in the street, we have no word. Up off to the next one until we shoot the next black man in the street. Okay. We always complain about stuff and we won't change it. We always even complain about the change. Okay. Right now, Donald Trump, if he were to be elected president, the way things are looking, I think after after his latest shenanigans, and also after the way he made himself look stupid in that last debate, um, and all the Republicans are running away from him. Paul Ryan, you know, head of the House, he's running away from him soon. You're going to have Mitch McConnell. He's going to be running away from him soon. All Republicans who got some common sense are going to run away from this guy because he's going to bring the whole party down. Okay, and so there's a slim chance that he will be president of the United States. All right, thank God. But still, on the same token, he still have a chance to win. Slim chance now, but still a chance. All right. And I want brothers out here who are tooting this racist motherfucker's horn hard. Well, Hillary Clinton, she called black people predators, and her mentor was a racist. Well, let's step right back to 1987. Okay, when five young 15-year-old boys, my age, okay, were accused of gang raping a jogger. See, those racist ass cops, okay, I think Giuliani was the Teddy. How familiar you are with this story? Was Giuliani the prosecutor?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
I think Giuliani was a prosecutor. I'm not sure if anybody out here who can correct me, who is very familiar with the story, correct me. But what I do know is that Trump went out and first the boys were brought in without their parents, right? Without their parents' consent. See, that's how they treat blacks and Hispanics. Fuck the law. The law don't apply to us. All right. The law states that if you're dealing with minors, you cannot question or interrogate minors without parents' consent. But fuck that. The law went out the window on this case because they're black and poor. All right. And they went out there and they could not find the original rapist. They knew these boys didn't do anything, but they're black. We're all thugs in their eyes, bunch of niggas. And we're going to blame it on them. First thing, we're going to make them admit to a crime they didn't commit. We're going to keep them up for 20 hours. We're going to jump in their face. We're going to scare them to death. We're going to say that, look, if you don't tell us that you did it, we're going to send you to prison.
They do, Charles, I hate to interrupt, but they use those military tactics, sleep deprivation.
Yeah, on 20 hours screaming at a kid off for 20 hours. All right. Scaring him to death. And by the time it's all said and done, especially a 15-year-old kid, he wants to go home to his mommy. Okay, he's up there holding his phone. I want to go home.
Of course, yeah.
So he'd be willing to say anything. So of course these kids turned around, and I want y'all to look up. I want y'all to do research on this. Do research on Donald Trump and the Central Park Five. Okay, and the thing is that finally these kids broke as expected, and they admitted to a crime they didn't commit. Of course, they were thrown in jail at age they were held as adults. All right, no witnesses, no genetic proof, no DNA proof, nothing to prove that these kids did this crime. Okay, but these racist white cops back in the 80s, it was a ton of them. There was even the Frank Rizzo years here, and also the Move incident here. All right, where cops just treated us. You think they were buck wild then too as well. Nothing's really changed. The only thing that makes it different, like Mr. John Thompson told me, nothing's really changed. The only thing that's made it different is that we have social media and we have all our phones have cameras, and cameras are just about everywhere. All right, but going back to it, right? When these boys were all locked up, Donald Trump went on a tirade. He said, we need to go down to the prison and snatch these kids out by their balls and bring back the death penalty. I'm angry and I want it to be known. He went and put out $100,000, and back in the 80s, $100,000 was a lot of money, in ads trying to bring back the death penalty personally so he can strap these boys in to the electric chair or the gas chamber. He wanted to see these boys put to death. Why? A white woman was raped in Central Park, and 4 black boys and 1 Hispanic boy, might as well say all black, all right, were being accused. All right. He didn't care about the proof. They're black. We're automatically criminals. We're automatically thugs and rapists anyway. So let's just throw the book at them. All right. So warp about 20 some odd years later now, where one DNA evidence came out, boys were found. Their DNA did not match none of the rape victim. All right. She even said that they were not the ones that raped her. All right. Plus, because she said she was raped by 1, not by 5. Plus, they found the original rapist who did. His DNA matched. He was the one who did it. Now, you would think, I'm glad that the New York State Department paid these young men $40 million in wrongful incarceration money. $40 million these 5 men were paid. Still doesn't take back that 2 of the 5 men, their mothers died while they were in prison. And they died trying to get their sons out of prison. Still, $40 million won't buy my mother back if I was one of those boys. Okay? $40 million. Well, when you're 15 years old, and you figure you were in jail for almost anywhere between 13 to 24 years, that right there takes away your youth. Your youth is gone. Okay? It means you get out when around the age of 30, basically late 20s, mid 30s. Okay? Everything that you could have done in, prom and going out on your first date and being with your first girl, anything like that, it's all gone. Okay? You have to start over your life in your 30s, mid 30s at that. 40s is right around the corner. You're almost dead. Couple 20, 30 more years left you may have if you're lucky. All right? The thing is, right, Donald Trump had a chance once again to show that he's a humbled man, show that he made a mistake. All right? Nah, fuck them niggas. Donald Trump makes a statement and says, once again, these thugs rapist thugs, correction, all right, committed the greatest heist in New York history. They robbed the state of New York for $40 million. All right. Even despite DNA proof they didn't do it, the real rapists coming forward, and everything else, Donald Trump still went after these black men. You want to find out if Donald Trump's is a racist? Well, shucks. Go to any y'all black men. Have y'all been to any of Donald Trump's rallies, especially when he was during the primaries? He was chasing black people out. All right, this is a guy who calls Black Lives Matter a terrorist organization. Even though I'm not a big fan of Black Lives Matter, all right, I say black money matters. Okay, you know, he's still targets black people. He reminds me of a modern day Frank Rizzo. And to all y'all who don't know who Frank Rizzo is, Frank Rizzo was the mayor of Philadelphia, and he was also the police chief of Philadelphia back in the 1960s, 70s, and part of the 80s. Frank Rizzo was a straight asshole, racist snake. Okay, I have no love for the man. Okay, he's dead now. Burn in hell where he belongs. Okay, all right, because he treated black folks like dogs. I see the same tone-tale signs of Frank Rizzo. It's like seeing Frank Rizzo all over again in Donald Trump. And to anyone who knows who Frank Rizzo is, especially here in the Philadelphia area, and you're black, especially the move people, Ramona Africa, brother Mamiya Abdul Jamal, all right, the Move 7, all that, they know who this devil is. All right. And even Malcolm X. In fact, Frank Rizzo has a picture in his office when he was police chief, right, of him arresting Malcolm X when Malcolm X came to Philadelphia back in the 60s. Okay. He's proud of it. All right. Donald Trump only wants black votes because you're a mark to him. Do you know what a mark is, Teddy?
You're a sucker.
Okay, there you go. You're a sucker. In fact, all Trump's people, Trump, like I said, he's in debt to the Russians. All right. All the so-called patriots for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yep, he's gonna build that wall. You'll keep them wetbacks and them other niggers out of our country. We want our country back, and Donald Trump's gonna do it.
Charles, you hit the nail on the head. Most of these southern people in the South, they're most fundamentally slow. They're most dumbest people on the planet.
They are the ultimate marks. Okay, they're the ultimate marks. They don't even know Trump. Trump even has his own agenda. He owes almost 900, if not $1 billion, to the Russian government. That's why he's kissing Vladimir Putin's ass every time he gets a chance. All right? That's why the Russian hackers keep helping him and giving him information on the DNC, on Hillary Clinton, and everything else. Right? Because
hey, don't forget, Charles,
they have a vested interest in him.
And Charles, Vladimir Putin used to be the former head of the KGB.
Yeah.
Of course, he's gonna get all that dirt on you.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's vested interest in all this. There's vested interest. Trump. Of course, if I'm Donald Trump and I become president, I don't have to pay back $1 billion, and that's just to Russia. There's another almost $250 million he owes to China. No American banks would deal with his ass. Okay? He's a bankruptcy machine. Okay? So, if I'm Vladimir Putin, I want him to win too. Okay? Because he's going to lift sanctions off of Russia. He's going to make it open that Russia can now sell nuclear weapons to anyone, including ISIS. Okay? You know, ISIS this, ISIS that. You know, you know, and these hillbillies down in the South, and I call them hillbillies for what they are, they just don't get it. They're only backlashing on Obama. You never see, oh, well, Donald Trump's not a racist. Why Donald Trump shows up at his rallies and all these Confederate flags are everywhere? Okay? Why don't he tell his followers, his base, well, look, you're going to come to my rallies, you can't bring those Confederate flags. No, he tells his security staff, if a black person show up, show him the door. Unless he's wearing he's cooning out and he's wearing a Confederate symbol on him, he can come in. And he's bowed down, coat down to his master, he can come in. If he's unless he's a Allen West Negro or a Ben Carson Negro, all right.
Or that Sheriff Clark.
Or that sheriff. Oh, I can't stand that motherfucker. I can't. You know what? Every time I look at that motherfucker, I call him motherfucker because that's what he is. Y'all know I cuss during my videos. I say anything. You know, I do. I let it loose. All right. But that David Clark, he is when you look up definition of sellout nigga coon, you're going to see not Uncle Ruckus' face. You're going to see that next. You're not going to see Clarence Thomas' face. Well, then again, I take that back. Clarence Thomas is the coon of the century. All right. But right behind him is David Sellout Clark. And David Clark, I hope you see my video one day. All right. You know, because you are a sellout. How can I say this? You are a sellout Toby. Remember Roots, man?
Yeah, I remember Roots. Yeah.
Remember when they were whooping Kende, and he tried to get him. They tried trying to get him to call himself Toby, and he wouldn't say it.
No.
Okay. You know, because he wouldn't accept. He kept trying his best to avoid taking the slave master's name. Well, any black man like David Clark, who follows David Clark's style, you're Toby. Any black man who goes and votes for Donald Trump's not racist, and they blindly avoid that, you're Toby. Okay? The brothers out here who got their passport profile pictures, right? And want to vote for Donald Trump, guess what? You're Toby. I say that, all right? Because one, you're voting against your own, once again, your own come up. A lot of these guys are so caught in their own frustrations. That's why we got the movie Frustrated. If you hadn't seen it yet, go see Frustrated 1 and Frustrated 2. Stop waiting for a Tommy Sotomayor video. It's not a movie that's never going to come out. See Frustrated 2, frustrated2.com. All right. Those links will be at the bottom of these videos if you want to see them right away. If you want to donate it to Frustrated 3, that link will also be at the bottom of the video. Please help us bring these movies to bring Frustrated 3 to the screen. But going back to the word frustrated, these black men out here are so blind. All right. They listen. I wonder why what I've been doing for the past 3 years with these videos. I've been trying to show brothers a way out the matrix. I'm trying to show brothers their passports are very powerful. Okay. Me and Al Grease. Al Grease showed me with Frustrated 1. Okay. You know, and that's what started. Then I picked up the ball and I started my own thing right behind him. Okay. But How are you going to get out the matrix of your U.S. dollar is crap? When Donald Trump implodes the U.S. dollar. A lot of y'all guys don't trade. I trade. It's what I do. Okay? I look at the markets. Political influence affects the markets. All right? If the American dollar is affected by this political circus that we call an election this year, it's right now being on hold. The world investors of the US dollar are waiting to see what we do. Waiting to see if we go Hillary Clinton's route, who's a Wall Street insider, whose her job is to make sure the US dollar stays strong. That's her job. That's one of the reasons why I only want to vote for her, because she's going to keep the US dollar strong. It's a way I can utilize my passport to get out the matrix, to get out your frustrations. Okay? But a feminist that. Yes, she's going to be feminist. Yes, there's feminism already here. Nothing's going to change. Okay? But at least the US dollar will be strong enough for you to get out, to go to the Philippines, to go to the DR, to go to Colombia, to go to Peru. All right? To go to Brazil. I said this and I'll say it again. I said this to a lot of brothers. America is a feminist country, but it's still a man's world. You need the USD to get out and see this world. You need the USD to keep fuel prices down. Donald Trump has already made it clear he's going to allow the debt ceiling to collapse. When the debt ceiling collapsed, I don't know if y'all know about this, but when the debt ceiling collapsed, the U.S. credit collapsed. When the U.S. credit collapsed, investors run away from the U.S. dollar. When the investors run away from the U.S. dollar, the U.S. dollar falls. George Bush did it. Donald Trump is like a million George Bushes. A lot of y'all brothers won't no longer able to afford to travel outside of the U.S. I got my passport. And I'm so proud of it. I put it up there as my passport profile click. But it's useless because you can't travel. Airline tickets are $2,000. All right? The U.S. dollar is worth only $1, if not 75 cents in other countries.
And also, too, Charles, I hate to interrupt, but
go ahead.
You think that George Bush, he caused the Great Recession? You said Donald Trump is like 10 times worse than Bush?
100.
I think we're going to do the Great Depression.
Nah, man, we're going to go through something worse. We're going to go through something worse than a depression. We're going to go through something that's almost apocalyptic, okay, with Donald Trump. Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. Donald Trump wants to be a pawn to be controlled by another dictator, Vladimir Putin, in another country. Okay? All right? I'm seeing dudes just like, they just don't, these young bulls out here mainly, and they just don't know what they're asking for. 4 years of Hillary Clinton won't be so bad. And the good part about it is that after this election, we're going into a four-party system. The Libertarians are going to leave the Republican Party. That's why Paul Ryan said, you know what? I'm getting out this suicide ride with Donald Trump. All right? He bailed out. And he's asking other Congress and other senators to bail out too as well. All right? Because we're going to a four-party system come 2020. Actually, it's going to start in the next 2 years during the next midterm election. Okay? It'll no longer be Republican, Democrat. You're going to have Republican, Libertarian, Democrat, Green Party. And they're going to be strong, not this year, not with Gary Johnson, not with the other chick from the Green Party. All right? They're not strong enough. But in 2 years, they will be. In 4 years, they're going to be way bigger.
You know, Charles, it's the same party system in Australia. I don't know how to. I'm not really educated in the political system, but it's heading like the Great Britain political circle parties in Australia
Parliament,
too.
with the parliament and everything like that.
Yep.
You know, but look what happened over there with Tony Blair or David Cameron. I'm sorry, not Tony bitch Blair. David Cameron. David Cameron got chased out of office because they had switched to the Brexit and left the European Union. Based off the same Donald Trump-like style. All the conservative assholes over there who didn't like Muslims, didn't like foreigners or anybody in their country. They want to disconnect from the European Union. But they still wanted to keep the advantages of being in the European Union with the highest, basically keeping the highest currency in the world. But when they saw that plummet, all right, hey, I traded on it. I sell the shit out of fucking the British pound versus the U.S. dollar. Made a lot of money. Okay. All right.
I can see your opportunities. You saw it.
But I'm seeing it again.
Blood in the water.
I'm seeing it again. But even though now I still see that Hillary Clinton is starting to gain control of this party. Gain control of this. The Republican Party is falling apart. But like I said, people said that the Brexit, that Great Britain was not going to leave the European Union. And at one point, I also believed it too, until like the last minute, something told me to go against the trade and put a sell put on the trade. All right, sell put option on the trade, and I made a ton of money off of it. Stunned myself. All right, I'm not going to sit up here and say that I knew this was going to happen. All right, I stunned myself, and I made a ton of money off of it. Okay. This could happen again with the U.S. dollar if Donald Trump becomes president. That is basically the next rumor right now going on. If Trump becomes president, the U.S. dollar falls. Put a put option on the U.S. dollar on election night. And when that happens, the U.S. dollar falls. All the investors are going to run to the euro, or run to the euro. And then Vladimir Putin's going to make a move on the currencies. Okay? And because he got Trump under his finger, Trump ain't going to do nothing. All right? U.S. dollar falls. Y'all brothers stay here, frustrated and angry at AAWs all day. All right? Watch an idiot like Tommy Sotomayor tell you to go get yourself a white girl, and you'll see what will happen in Donald Trump's America when you fuck with a white girl then. Okay? We'll be warping right back to Jim Crow 2.0. If you go, brothers, don't listen to me. Just go and check a Donald Trump rally. Is it a love fest? No, you're going to see Confederate flags all over the place. You're going to see hillbillies up there saying, we want our country back from these Negroes, these criminals, these wetbacks, these Muslim ISIS motherfuckers. We want our country back. Okay? We don't get these blackers, that damn Obama. Okay? It ain't my president. I don't follow no nigger.
And that's how they think. That's how they think down in the South.
That's exactly how they think in the South. Okay? And the thing about it is, don't go by my word. Check it out yourself. All right? I'm pretty much sure Donald Trump by this point has put the nail in his own coffin. I really want to say that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are working together just to guarantee her the presidency.
Of course.
It's
like a pro wrestling. It's like a pro wrestling match.
Yeah, Donald Trump is jobbing for
behind
her.
the locker room. Say, look, I want you to do this. I'm gonna throw it against the ropes. You throw the clothesline. I'll do my signature. You roll out the ring. You come back in the ring. You distract me.
Yeah, and I hit you with the stunner, and you know 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2,
3. It's called jobbing. Okay, that's called jobbing. If y'all not familiar with wrestling, you got a job for the guy you're going against or something like that. They already know the outcome of the match. Okay, before the match starts. So the people, like I said, when I remember one time, I kind of figured it out one time. You see John Cena up there having a brutal match with um
Brock Lesnar.
Not Brock Lesnar. What's his name? Orton.
Yeah,
Randy Orton. With Randy Orton. And you see, turn around, Randy Orton hits him with a rope off DDT, and then, and the next thing you know, John Cena's got him in the attitude adjustment, but he turns it into an RKO. Boom! 1, 2, 3, new world champion. The next thing you know, I see John Cena and Randy Orton at a hotel restaurant eating dinner together, kicking hard. Wait a minute, y'all just was up there beating the shit out of each other, and now y'all sitting there laughing with y'all women and up there. Jobbing. That's called jobbing. And I believe that Hillary Clinton. I really want to believe this, but more and more that Donald Trump keeps throwing bombshells in front of himself. All right, I'm starting to believe that he's jobbing for Hillary Clinton, because if you already got caught saying something degradable about women. Women control, like I said, this is a feminist country. Why? Because women control the largest demographic of this country. Okay? Women, not men. Women outnumber us here in this country 10 to 1. Okay? And that's women of all races. All right? So when you go up there and you got caught saying stuff about women, talking about, snatching them by the pussies and all this other stuff, then you go on and say that you're going to have your opponent arrested, which sounds like a dictator. All right, if you become president, say so you basically threatening a woman on national TV. That right there was a part of the playbook. That right there was they set that up backstage. Okay, for him to say that to her. Okay, it has to be, because Donald Trump, maybe he is that stupid. All right, not to mention Donald Trump did something. A lot of y'all black men out here who jocking Donald Trump. Listen to this. Donald Trump broke a man rule yesterday. Okay? Man rule. Now, Teddy, check this out here. How about you and I were both married to our women? Okay? Your wife knew my wife and everything. But you and I on this night, we were going to go out and we were going to kick it. Go to a couple of strip clubs, tear it down, right? Maybe check out a brothel. Wives don't have to know nothing. Okay?
Nah.
All right? Now you hook up with your woman, I hook up with my woman. And we go into the rooms. You go in your room, I go in my room. All right? Now, you go in your room and you check this spot for bugs. And I ain't talking about cockroaches. I'm talking about cameras, microphones, and everything. All right? You go out and put a transmitter, make sure this room is clean. Okay? Guess what? The room is clean. You're good. I'm so chasing after that pussy, I failed to do that. All right? I was stupid enough to allow myself to get caught up under a mic and under a camera, getting caught having sex with another woman. Someone sends a tape back to my wife saying showing me having sex with another woman. I'm caught red-handed, right? Yep. Now, I'm caught red-handed, you know. But then I turn around and says, I was not the only one. Teddy, he was in the other room fucking the other girl too. I just broke a man rule. I'm supposed to go down by myself. It's called not snitching like that. Okay? I snitched on you because I got caught.
Well, wait a minute. I always lived by that code, you know, since I was born.
The reason why I brought this...
You get caught out like that, don't bring your boys down with you.
Exactly. See, the reason why...
take the rap.
Exactly. The reason why I say this is Trump snitched on Bill Clinton. All right? I was not the only one who said done degradable things with the women. Bill Clinton has done just as worse. Bill Clinton has done this, and Bill trying to take... No, Bill Clinton ain't running for president, and Bill Clinton was not stupid enough to get caught with a microphone and a camera on his ass. Mr. Smart Ass, Mr. I'm smarter than everybody, including the generals, Donald Trump. The reason why I'm saying this is that a lot of young men out here are looking for examples of real men. Donald Trump definitely isn't one. He broke a man rule right there. That makes you a bitch in my book. Okay? We did a show about...
And also to another man code too. You know, if another man is into to the main, you know, like chose that woman to be the main squeeze, you don't go in and try to cut in on his territory.
Mm-hmm.
You let it be.
Mm-hmm.
Let that man look. If he's into that woman, let it go.
Mm-hmm. But we live in this.
I see a lot of brothers they doing that shit. They being disrespectful. They calling. Even though the women say, "Look, I'm married" and stuff like that, they still persist. You know, like
we got a lot of that going on in the Facebook group. You know, we got a lot of brothers. We got a lot of brothers. Like I said, the Matrix has damaged a lot of brothers to a point to where they don't even know what being a man is all about. A lot of young brothers, mainly. I don't know. Maybe they were raised by single parents. I don't know. All right. I wasn't raised by a single parent. I'm not bragging or boasting about that. My parents were divorced by the time I was 10. But I had access to my father. I had access to my mother. I had access to my grandfather. I had access to my grandmother.
It's the same. I was raised like that too. After divorce, I still had a father figure in the household.
Yes.
And I still had my father. You know, everything's well connected. I had my uncles. Everybody. You know, it was a tight family unit.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, I think a lot of young men today don't have that. And the only thing they got to rely on is what they see on reality TV and stupid shit like that. Because I never seen as many bitches running around as I do today. Starting off with Donald Trump. When he snitched out Bill Clinton, I said that is a straight bitch move. He would never survive in the hood. He would never survive a minute in the hood.
Man, you got stuffed out, put back in the trunk of a car, and
they would have took him out. They would have took him out to the train tracks over there on Wayne Junction, put two in the back of his head, and left him there. And put snitch on the top of his head. Okay. All right. Men don't do that. And I ain't talking about from a gangster point of view or anything like that. But real men don't snitch on other men. Real men don't go after other men's business, especially when it comes down to their women. All right. I'm not just saying that on the political standpoint dealing with bitch Donald Trump. I'm saying that for all brothers. Because that's have lost
man code right there.
We've lost there's so many man codes being broken today, it ain't even funny. And it's to a point now where it's normal. Okay? It's a normal thing now to act like a bitch. All right? I don't know, maybe because these rappers are bitches. Kanye West is a bitch. You know, all these rappers out there, It's the mindset. Come on now. Dudes are wearing tight pants. What do you expect? The feminine, like I said, y'all guys think that America could come back from the feminization that it started. This thing happened 40, 50 years ago to get us to this point. And a lot of y'all brothers are so damaged from the matrix that y'all don't realize or how that y'all being set up to stay here in the matrix. A brother like me, I've been doing this for 3 years now on YouTube, on Blog Talk, okay, on Facebook, trying to put it out to the social masses, right? That if you, the black man's option is here, you got to be man enough to go out there and get it. Stop being frustrated. Stop worrying about what's going on here in the matrix. Set your strategy and get the hell out. Go to other countries. Teddy, you down there in Australia, man. How's the black man treated over there, man?
Oh, with the utmost respect. The utmost respect. I get along with everybody. Hey, from the cops, from the locals, every time I go to Australia, when I talk and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, you're American," and they ask questions. The Australians are very curious about America.
Oh yeah,
because they follow America, but they ask a lot of questions. They're curious, and I had some good conversations at work. Doing shopping, or last. I think yesterday I bought PlayStation 4 game Mafia 3.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman's asking, how can I fix my controller? I can't wait 2 weeks to prepare it. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to the conversation, and I was trying to help her out, and I was like, I'm just listening. I was trying to, I want to help you out too. And she was cool as shit.
Well, see, cool. Like I said, we are, black men are treated differently abroad. We're treated with the utmost respect. Stuff that we don't get here in the Matrix, we get elsewhere. Whether it's Australia, whether it's Thailand, whether it's the Philippines, whether it's the DR, okay? Whether it's Brazil, Colombia, Peru,
and,
Guyana,
Brazil,
Ethiopia.
My first time stepping in that country for the first time, even though I don't know the language, that's a little small hurdle. But everything else, everybody's real friendly. Everybody's real cool. And we had Charles, we had a blast last year. We had a good time down there on that beach.
The thing is that black men, and I really wish a lot of brothers would stop worrying about, oh man, there's not enough women at the beach party. Those are the comments that I got, because I couldn't put the camera on there. The women, some of the women didn't want to be on camera, so I couldn't put the camera on them. All right. Mm-hmm. And, the guys are more focused on the women and how many women they can see. And they come at me, oh man, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, you need to get your ass a passport, get your money together, get your money right, and come on down next year. And see the women Charles, up close. Don't worry about what my pictures are doing. My pictures, guess what? I'm taking the pictures and enjoying the life.
While y'all, actually, that's not all the women down on that beach.
Man, that was nothing compared to what we were seeing and what we were experiencing for those 6 days.
No, if you want to see women, travel Brazil. Mm-hmm. I found some hidden gems that a lot of brothers don't even know.
Oh yeah, you go outside of Copacabana, you go on up there. Let's just say you go to Cabo Grande. Nothing but beautiful black women all over the place. Any flavor you want, any style you want a Halle Berry, there she is. You want a Alicia Keys, there she is. Okay? Go to Cabo Frio. Go to Belo Horizonte. Go to Salvatore Bahia if you want some chocolate.
Oh.
If you want some Hershey's chocolate, go to Salvatore Bahia. I'm talking about sexy.
Oh,
I'm talking about figure eight booty.
Oh.
And the best part about it is, they're about you. They're about you. All right. They're about limiting the frustration. Okay.
And you know what? You don't have to stunt and flash and beat it.
It's like my young boy. It's like my young boy Leon said it best, right? When he was on the radio show 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, of course, come down decent, but you don't have to flash profile like you're a millionaire, like you have to make it rain. Okay. You come down there, you make yourself look decent. Those women, they love a man that is, for one, confident. Don't come down there with all the frustrations of American women. I get dudes who leave me emails, right, and tell me, "Oh my God, that she has a weave on. Oh my God, she's just like an American woman. Oh, I'm not going down there." You already done shot yourself in the foot. You already done shot yourself. Oh, she's smoking a cigarette. She's an American woman. They act like going to Brazil or going to a foreign country is like getting on a rocket ship and going to another world. In a way, it kind of is. But when they see certain things that really, this just proves how the Matrix has damaged these men so badly that when they see just like, the littlest thing. Like
this woman with the tattoos on their body.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's American. What are you talking about?
They so. But here's the sad part about it. They panic and they get themselves upset over those little tiny things to where they cheat themselves out of an opportunity to find a good woman. Because that woman who may smoke that cigarette, she also knows how to cook, clean, and make you and fuck you all night and treat you like a king that you are. That woman with that tattoo is marriage material. All right? And a tattoo just made her booty look just a little bit more sexy when I'm hitting it. But she's marriage material. I can make her my wife.
Man, the way they have sex down there, oh God.
Man, dude. I ain't going front, man. I've been on this earth 44 years come November. Okay? Mm-hmm. Come November the 8th, 44 years. Yeah. And I've been fucking since I was 13. Okay? Mm-hmm. I've been with a lot of women in my life. A lot of women. Brazilian women, that's why I go to Brazil more than any other country I've been to. I've been to Colombia. I've been to the DR. Okay? I've been to all the islands. Okay? But it's something about Brazilian women that just put a deep hook in me that I just can't get out. And the sex is one of them. I've never been with women that will just fuck you until you can't walk. There's guys who tell me, we going on almost an hour now at this conversation, but there's guys that tell me that, you know, all those women don't exist, this and this and this and that. Always on my comments and all this stuff. You get a taste of a Brazilian woman, you don't come back. Why do y'all guys think that so many of my brothers that have gone down there have married these women right off the bat? You know, they've gone down there and they marry them. Okay? But like I said, you have to take the black man's option first. You have to go out there and accept the challenge. And then you have to strategize yourself to make it happen. Stop listening to the Tommy Sotomayor's of the world. Stop voting against your own interests with Donald Trump, who's going to fuck your US dollar up, and among other things. Okay? To y'all brothers out here who want to date, like I said before, Donald Trump wants to change the 14th Amendment. This hypocrite, because his own wife is foreign. In fact, his last 2 out of his last 3 wives were foreign. Okay, you know, but I know this is white supremacy making him do this, right? And he's not going to do it, but they they believe he's going to do it. He wants to change the 14th Amendment. So to you guys out there who are dating foreign women but want to vote for Donald Trump, he's going to make sure he makes it hard for you to bring your wife, your girl, or even your children to this country. It will take 7 to 10 years for your wife, right? For something that actually takes up 6 months, it will become 7 to 10 years if Donald Trump becomes president. When he changed the 14th Amendment. Do your math. Don't listen to me. Check it out. These are the strategies and these are the things I try to show brothers. This is not about getting YouTube views. A lot of y'all guys can look at my videos. A lot of y'all guys don't have to. A lot of y'all guys can subscribe to my channel. A lot of y'all guys don't have to. I always try to lead by example. I don't beg people to watch my videos. I don't show you everything I own. All right? Because it's not about me. It's about my message. And what I'm trying to show brothers of what we can have if we just go the extra mile. Get the passport, keep the US dollar strong, and put stamps in that bitch and get on the airplane and flying out. Okay? You see these pictures here. You know, black man, hands up, don't shoot. Forget that. Passport up, get out. You want to know about a movie that is based about how child support's damaging America? Watch Frustrated 2 at frustrated2.com, which will be at, once again, on this video's chat box. You want to see beautiful women? You want to be around them because beautiful women is not just a bad body and everything like that, sexy ass body and stuff like that. Beauty has to come from within.
Yeah, correct. Hey, Charles, also too, Al agrees. He said by the end of the month, the Frustrated 2 will be on DVD.
Yeah, I'm glad you remind me of that. Frustrated 2 will be on DVD. I'm going to be getting more information from Al Greaves about that. Frustrated 2 is a must. Forget about Fatherless America. That ain't coming out. Frustrated 2 is a must. Please, brothers, watch Frustrated 2. I had to watch it 3 times to get over what I was hearing.
I'm gonna make it. Huh? I'm gonna make it mandatory when my son come over. He gonna watch it once a month.
In fact, that's another thing. If you got teenage sons, they must watch this movie. They must watch Frustrated 2. It's a must. It's got to be mandatory. Okay? You know, I'm going to have my son watch it. Okay? Because this is a must. All right? And you can watch it today. We're going to leave the link on there for now. But if you want it, there's also the DVD coming out soon. All right? You know, in my case, I would buy the DVD, you know, so you can continue to watch it to make sure. Because after when you see it the first time, you're going to be like, you know what? I got to see that shit over again. That can't be true. They got laws like that, actually. They got pothole laws out here with the child support system in America that brothers just don't know exists. And they can fall into one of these potholes and can never get out. They'll get their lives destroyed, can't get a passport. We provide everything just about to help a brother avoid these potholes and get out the matrix. It is up to y'all, brothers. We show you the road, but once again, in the words of Morpheus, I can show you the road, only you can walk it. Okay? Al has showed us the road. Okay? All right? If they call me, you know, Morpheus, he's the oracle. Okay? He's the male oracle. Okay? All right? Because he showed me. Everybody out here are Neils. All right? They have to open their mind. Surround themselves with wisdom instead of ignorance. Okay? Open their minds and make it happen. All right? Is there any words you want to put out there, Teddy, before we call it a night, man?
Look, all I gotta say is open your mind, brothers. Keep your eyes open. You know, like look at the debates. Look at everything what's going on around the world with the black community in the United States. It ain't looking good for us.
Nope.
We need options.
We need to
and
get out.
You know, like get that passport. Looking for options like get out of that country because the black man is not winning. He is not winning.
It doesn't even matter if Hillary Clinton wins or Trump wins. We still lose.
You still lose.
Except for with Hillary, at least my dollar don't lose, so I can get out.
And also too, at least we can move out the country. We can actually regroup and start our own Black Wall Street.
It can happen.
Not in America.
It's never going to happen in America.
At least, yeah.
And it will never happen in America. And that's what I want a lot of brothers to come out. See, the women bring us out. It's the culture that keeps us. And the culture that once you get a taste of the culture, you start figuring out ways to keep yourself out the matrix. Right now, I got one of my homies right now down in Rio right now. I'm not going to say his name. I want to put him out there. But he just can't get enough of Brazil. Can't get enough of it. He's been down there about 5 times already in the last 10 months. Okay? And every time he comes back, he's ready to go again because he can't stand the matrix. He's found something, and he's trying to work his way towards making this a permanent thing in another country. It's going to come in time.
And also, Charles, before we get cut off or something like that, brothers, work on getting that passport. That passport is the key to your happiness. That's all I got to say. I ain't got to say anything else.
There's enough said right there, Teddy. The passport is the key. You know, hands up, don't shoot. Forget that. Passport up, get out. All right? Stop marching, start packing. Watch Frustrated 1 on YouTube. All right? And if you want to watch Frustrated 2, all right, you can watch the link. The link is going to be in our subscription box right here. And for also the donations for Frustrated 3 will also be in there too. Brothers, please help us. We're trying to make it happen. This is Charles Tyler along with my right-hand man, my brother from down under, Teddy Doyle. All right? Over here at the Black Man's Eye. Good day, Mike. Remember, that's not a knife. That's a knife. All right? I'm sorry. I got to get that one. You know.
Yeah.
I got to get that one in there. All right? But remember, like I said, Catch Frustrated 2 on my man Al Greers. All right? And this is Charles Tyler signing back off. Once again, our videos will be back on again starting in November. You're going to see a lot of me all over the world, all over Brazil. All right? Get ready for the beach party 2016, November the 19th through the 23rd at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Brothers, you need more information, please contact me on Facebook. All right? This is Charles Tyler with Teddy Doyle. We're signing off. Y'all brothers, take it easy. Peace.
Hey, peace out.
All right.